Extra, extra! People still read newspapers in this world. Hey, this is our first ever review. I'm Harvey Timmons, and this is the fantastical Mr. Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes, it's me, Rumpelstiltskin, quiver in fear.
That's exactly what we want to be doing today, because we're going to be watching Tarot, 2024's scary movie about everyone's favorite card game / religion. So, Stiltskin, why don't you tell us a little about the movie we're gonna watch?
All right, I'm gonna look up the log line, the little story description from the IMDb here.
IMDb.
When a group of friends recklessly violates the sacred rule of tarot readings, never use someone else's deck, they unknowingly unleash an unspeakable evil trapped within the cursed cards. One by one, they come face to face with fate and end up in a race against death to escape the future foretold in their readings. And it's rated PG-13, and the tagline is, "Your fate is in the cards."
I like the tagline.
Why don't we try pulling a card out of the tarot deck, just to see what kind of fate awaits us when we watch the movie?
I didn't even know you had a tarot deck. Wow.
Oh, I've got all kinds of magic tricks up my sleeve now.
Yeah.
I'm conjuring up a card. Oh. I'm moving my arm in the special way that brings the card onto the screen.
Oh.
And we have...
What is it?
It's the death card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that in a way, death is rebirth. And if you believe in reincarnation, then there's that too.
Hold on. Maybe it means the death of bad movies. Maybe this is going to kill bad horror movies and we're finally going to see a new masterpiece.
Tarot, there's a lot on your shoulders. We're ready for you to single-handedly revive cinema. Pull it from the ashes.
Let's see how it goes. Let's watch the movie.
You know, I'm gonna try to maintain a positive outlook as we enter upon this journey into the magical deck of our into the magical deck of tarot. Wow. Okay.
Yikes.
It's over. I guess.
Yeah. Thank God it's over.
And I really, truly feel like I know much, much less about tarot than when the movie started.
You definitely seem like you have less brain cells than when we started the movie. So
apparently, tarot cards were invented by an old peasant who's out for revenge or something. I don't know. If you try to read your fortune with them, then blammo, you get haunted. That's kind of what I learned about tarot from watching the movie.
How about we just get into the segments here? Like, I feel like this movie destroyed me.
Really? That bad?
A little bit,
oh, my
yeah.
Goodness. Oh, my.
But I'll tell you more about that in a bit.
Oh, a tease. We'll see what Stiltskin really thinks about the movie Tarot coming up after this break. Actually, not after a break. Wait, because we're not.
Do we have sponsors?
No, we're not even partners or anything yet, so we don't know. We don't have anything. We're not. There's no break.
Man, it'd be awesome.
We're going straight into
sponsors.
it. Let's start off with what we like. We call this section the good.
I don't have a lot of nice things to say, but I will say they promised us tarot cards, and tarot cards were featured in the movie.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They got an A for effort.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to a movie and they only give you one, or maybe at best 3 monsters. But in this one, there's I can't even count how many.
I lost track because they all kind of blurred together. But they were, kind of trying to go for a Conjuring 2 type thing with like a ton of different monsters, which, is admirable.
It's got a little bit of the haunted house feel where you turn around a corner and what's gonna be next? Oh no, it's the fool, or oh no, it's the hanged man, or even I don't know, what was another one of the scary creeps?
I think the high priestess.
The high
priestess.
Laughed.
She was high up. She was high up in the attic. That's why she was the high priestess.
Right. Now it's all coming together. The high priestess is above us in the attic.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, well, I guess that brings us to the bad. What are our gripes? What do we got a bone to pick with Tarot about?
There's so many rules.
It is a constant stream of information.
The whole movie hinges upon this opening scene that goes on forever, where they give every character an individual tarot reading.
And everyone's got like a really specific reading here. It's like, you're going to slip on a ladder.
You're climbing the ladder towards success. She could cause you to slip up.
And then you're gonna I don't know, win some money or something.
Your horoscope is showing me a change in your financial situation.
Guys, he actually won $700.
Oh! And then fall into a subway, or who even knows?
The worst part is, as the movie goes on, they won't stop refreshing your memory. So the characters are like, remember she said this during your tarot reading.
I told Lucas to watch where he was heading, or he'd be led down the wrong track. He was hit by a train.
I don't know. That's a stretch.
And even when you're about to die, when you're about to get killed by the monster, you get a little recap then. There's like a disembodied voice reminding you of what the tarot reading was.
The high priestess is a warning to maybe she could cause you to slip up and suffer a crushing blow.
It just really dragged the movie down, and it felt like you weren't living in scenes enough.
Since that's the structure of the movie, they didn't really have any other choice, because then it would be one of those things where it's like, well, if you watch it again, actually, the tarot cards predict everything, because how could you remember all of the like minute details about these card readings from the beginning of the movie?
That really hurts the kills, though. It makes it so that like it's not scary. It'd be like if Freddy Krueger showed up to kill you, but before he like murdered you, he was like, by the way, I can show up in your dreams, and when I do things to you here, it affects you in real life, just to remind you. And also, I died in a fire at a school. If you really kind of sandbag the movie.
Prime time, bitch!
There isn't really a sense of mystery about how they're gonna go, because everyone gets killed in the most literal interpretation of their tarot reading imaginable. Like, if you get a tarot reading that's like, oh, you're gonna step on the wrong track, you're gonna get killed by a train on a track.
It's the hangman, so he's gonna catch you in a noose and hang you, or I don't know, something.
And he's also gonna draw a hangman game on the window of your car for some reason.
I think you're trying to make sense of something, and there's no sense to make.
So I mean, really, the bad of this movie is the constant exposition from the very beginning.
We rented a literal mansion.
To looking things up on websites to get more and more information from random sites that they blindly follow and believe for some reason, I guess, because everyone knows everything that's written on the internet is obviously right.
What website is this?
I don't know, Grant. I just found it.
Yeah. There's a lot of websites that are like areyoucursed.com and things like that.
According to this other website, destruction by incineration is the best way to remove an ancient curse from an object.
We did the good, the bad, and now let's move on to the insane. Yes.
The crazy.
The craziest parts. This is what you're here for. You want to hear all the crazy stuff.
The MVP of the movie, by a wide margin, is the Fool. The murderous tarot card character, the Fool, who shows up to menace Ned Leeds in the middle of the movie. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think you said while we were watching it that it feels like a scene from Scary Movie.
It does seem like a bit from Scary Movie in that segment. And I might have to differ on this, because
oh really?
I think that the MVP was the newspaper. I just can't get enough of that friggin' paper on the ground that says you're dead today, or what did it say?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty iconic. It's a great moment, but
today you die. Is that what it said?
Today you die.
Today you die.
Yeah.
When was that newspaper printed? Was he supposed to die in the past? Because it looked dirty. It was on the ground. Someone discarded it. I mean, it wasn't like in the newsstand or anything. So apparently that prediction was wrong.
But how about this, though? Like, does that newspaper have a theme song that it whistles? Because the Fool is whistling "Everybody Plays the Fool," to be as literal as possible.
That's true.
And I think at one point it's kind of like dancing around, moonwalking. That part's pretty good.
There's nothing scarier than someone moonwalking on the ceiling.
Frankly, he kind of reminded me of me. I don't know. We just have a similar swagger, similar big dick energy.
Well, it's always good to find a kindred spirit on the silver screen. So I'm happy for you too.
Oh, one more crazy thing we got to talk about is the roommate.
Yes.
There's this inexplicable joke that happens where Ned Leeds from Spider-Man, like he kind of name drops that he has a roommate named Todd. And you see him in this scene where it doesn't look like he's gonna make it. And he disappears from the movie. You just assume he died, but then he comes back at the end, and they have this flashback after the credits.
Hold on a second. I'm lost. How did you get out of the elevator again?
I guess he called for his roommate, Todd, and Todd opened the elevator and is like, "Are you all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, Todd."
Paxton?
Hey, Todd. What's going on?
And then the movie ends. That's like the very last moment in it, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell what they were thinking.
I think you're trying to make sense of something and there's no sense to make.
It kind of leads me to believe that the whole time, if they were just around other people, none of this would have happened.
I guess like the shape-shifting evil astrologer lady who's menacing them is shy.
Yeah, she's just a little shy, you know?
All right, so should we get into the next segment? This is one I'm really excited about.
Okay, yeah, time for the next segment.
Is Wings Hauser in it?
I need you to come 16 times in a night.
Not one of them was good.
That's because you got no womb.
I mean, to me, you're just some asshole in a black dress. You know what? I suggest pearls and pantyhose. Then you'll be perfect.
No bail.
You know what this tells me about you? It tells me that you got no goddamn class, okay? My buddy here can speak Hamlet.
Oh, you having some soup?
Ow! Good God, excuse me. Let me cool that off.
Ow! Just tell me is Wings Hauser in it?
No, Wings is not in this.
No.
Sorry.
If you're looking for that, then you're out of luck.
And you should rent another movie that has Wings Hauser in it. So better luck next time.
So now we get to the end of the episode where we finally reveal what we truly thought about the movie.
The final verdict.
The final verdict using our patented rating system. That's right. We have devised the best rating system known to man. And you've seen other ones, I'm sure. There's tons of them. I mean, there's Siskel and Ebert with thumbs up or thumbs down. On Cinema has bags of popcorn. I've seen the New York Times has stars or something. I don't know. I've never read it, but ours is better. And I'll tell you what it is right now. Are you ready?
Yes, hit him with it.
Best, less, or mess?
Now, I think we can explain what these ratings mean
Wait,
pretty
why?
easily.
Wait. Why do we need to explain?
I just thought that, like,
I feel like it's self-explanatory. Best, mess, or less.
No, we came up with this rating system. I think we should tell the people what it means so they can start using it themselves. It can become a viral hit.
No, they don't. Some things are just so universal that they go without explanation. Obviously, best, less, or mess is one of those things.
We just watched a movie with like 90 minutes of explaining. I think we need to do a little bit of explaining, right?
Okay, in the spirit of tarot, we will explain the system to you.
Yes.
The first rating is best, and those are obviously the best films that have ever been made.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Top of the line, AFI's 100. Also maybe Jurassic Park or something. Who knows?
You're with us. You get it.
So there's the best, and then there's less, which is anything that's
can
less
be a movie that you like or a movie that you don't like.
Yeah,
but
it's not the best.
Less than the best.
It's not the best.
Some of my favorite movies are
so,
less. Obviously, it's easy to understand.
Yeah, and now we get to our third tier, mess. And that's when a movie is just a straight up mess. I'm telling you, it's just a woo-wee. Like, how did that happen?
Some messes are so compelling,
is that?
so
what
interesting,
even
so
is
unusual that they become great. And so you love messes, like, you know, Madam Web is a great example for me of a mess that I love.
That's a heck of a mess. Now that you've heard the explanation, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, oh, that was a waste of time. I knew immediately when they said lesser mess, what they meant.
Okay, so what are you going to give this film, Harvey?
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was a mess.
I mean, we already kind of went over.
You already kind of get it.
There's been enough negativity in this episode, and it's our first one, and I really wanted to start on a positive note. You know,
yeah,
I
me
want
too.
to keep things light. I want to have fun watching movies. I want to like horror films.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
You know, here we are.
However, I do recommend you watch the full unedited sequence of The Fool. Because that guy's cool.
Yeah. We get it, okay? We get it. You like The Fool.
All I'm saying is next dance party we go to, I'm busting out his moves.
Yeah, you remember them? What do they look like?
Oh, yeah. You kind of like walk forward, you walk backwards. Yeah. Rotate your torso like all the way around, you know? You do like a full like windmill with your torso.
I think it's going to catch on. I think it's a dance craze that's going to sweep the nation. In conclusion, that was a movie. It was a mess, and we love you all. So thanks for thank you for watching this, our first ever movie review thing, YouTube review for the movie Tarot.
Hopefully, we don't get assassinated by the people who made Tarot.
Please don't hate us,
Harvey. Is that a red dot on your head?
Oh no. Oh, no.
It's the directors of Tarot. Look out!
No!
Ah! Hey, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you click like and be sure to subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe right up here. There's a button.
Yeah, look at that.
You can press it.
Look at that beautiful
button. Don't be afraid. It's not scary, and it won't even charge you nothing.